So I had a man today ask me if I was ready for a serious relationship.
Okay.
So to answer that, my aunt suggested this. To start to say, yeah, I'm serious. I'm serious for somebody to take care of my mortgage. I'm serious for someone to take me on vacation. I'm serious about meeting someone that wants to pay a car note and my insurance, that wants to pay my phone bill, my electricity, my internet, that wants to pay for me to get my hair, nails, and lashes done when I want to get them done. Seriously ready for somebody to put gas in my car every Sunday.
Yep.
I'm seriously ready for somebody that, wants to be a stepdaddy. Or a real daddy these days. I don't believe in step. I'm seriously ready for a man that doesn't want other men. Because that's a Houston thing. I'm seriously ready for a man who's about that life. So I think that as a man, before you ask someone, are you ready for a serious...
She wants a man who's about that provider life. Okay. Well, are you about that service life?
Nope.
Are you about that service life? Are you about that traditional wife life? Are you about that loyalty life? What does this man get in return for all that he's giving? Because in the modern day era, it's not so much what these women are asking for. It is what they are willing to give in return for what they are requesting from men. I need a man who is going to pay for my nails and my lashes whenever I want them done. Pay my car insurance. Pay my mortgage. Pay my. What is he getting in return for that? Is he getting a woman with a clean past? In the modern day era, absolutely not. Is he getting a woman who's in shape, who takes care of her body? More than likely not. What is he getting in return? She sees relationships as a resource financially, as most women do. So if women are okay with themselves pursuing relationships as a financial resource, then they have to be mature enough to accept men pursuing relationships for fornication. Women are okay with themselves pursuing relationships to have their financial needs met. Then they need to grow up and be mature enough to accept the reality that men are going to pursue relationships to have their sexual needs met. If that's what we're doing, if they're moving like this, if women are going to move like this, then you better be okay with men saying, okay, well, I need you to be in this kind of shape. I need you to weigh this much. I need your dress size to be this much. Yeah. I need it this day, when I want it, how I want it, where I want it. If you're going to put stipulations and demands on a man's resources, then you got to be okay with him putting stipulations and demands on you. That's the exchange. That's the transaction. Women cannot contribute to the way that the dating marketplace is and not accept the responsibilities and the consequences that come with it. Men are starting to transact, as they should. If women are ceasing to exist as people and settling to exist as services. So if a man is going to pay, then you better provide the service.
Where do single men between the ages of 28 and 40 go on Saturdays? And I don't mean like a specific restaurant or a specific location. I mean, generally speaking. Are they at the gym? Are they at a bar watching football? Are they on a hike? Are they at home doing additional work? Are they at the driving range? Are they getting brunch with their friends? What does a 28 to 40-year-old single man's typical Saturday look like? Because I can tell you what a Saturday for a 28 to 40-year-old single woman looks like. As part of my fall of outdoors, I'm trying to integrate experiences where I get to meet the male species. Every time that I've tried to do that, the places that I end up tend to be proliferated with 24-year-old men screaming at a television about football. For example, my Saturday looks like this. I wake up, I take my dog on a walk, I try to get in a gym class of some sort, Pilates, some kind of stretching class, I take a shower, make a cup of coffee, make my breakfast, and then I try and do about 2 hours of either work or personal errands. And then from about 12 p.m. until approximately 5 p.m., I try and do something social with my friends. We'll go to a bar to watch a football game, go to the beach for the afternoon, whatnot. And then I typically stay in on Saturday night, order in DoorDash, watch a movie, have a glass of wine, and go to bed. What's the male equivalent of that? So I know where to find you guys during the period of 12 to 5.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
And dating, and particularly when it comes to black women. And I've noticed it slowly, and like, I don't know, like I don't know how the exact words to describe it, but I'm just looking around, I'm just like, something here smells fishy.
Okay.
I say all the time, but it's pure misogyny that we've been taught to shame women for dating for things, right? So like women who date for money are gold diggers, and we should frown upon them. But I say all the time, men date for social status. Men very specifically marry for social status. This idea of men dating a woman because her father had connection to royalty, or her father owned a bunch of land and it would go to her, whatever it was, those ideas have not become extinct. They have just transformed. And men still to this day marry as a way to increase their net worth. Like a man in corporate America, once he reaches 32, 33, will marry whoever he's dating, whether he loves her or not, because he understands that being married is good for him at work. He's more likely to get a promotion at work if he is married, because it makes him look like he's stable. It makes him look like he can't commit to things, that he can be trusted. Corporate America doesn't like bachelors because they're more likely to get into some kind of trouble, right? So when it's time to give up promotions, they're going to give it to
incorrect. She's correct about men in corporate who are married are more likely to get promoted because they're more stable. But she's incorrect when she says they're unlikely to promote bachelors because they're like more likely to get in trouble. No, it's because bachelors are more likely to leave because they don't have anything weighing them down. They're not tied to a family, right? They're not tied to having to provide for a wife. They're not tied to having to provide for kids. It's not because they're more likely to get in trouble. So I did just want to set the record straight on that. But her prior statements, she is correct about corporate being married and being promoted because he's stable. That's correct. The latter, not so much. Let's continue.
Guy who is married. That is why this shift happens at like 32, where every single man you know suddenly gets engaged, right? And you're confused as to what happened, because the girl that he's dating wasn't that much different than his ex-girlfriend who he never married. It is because he woke up one day and was like, I need a wife. Like that, a wife will help my resume, and then he will marry the first girl that's around. So the shift that I'm seeing happening is when it pertains to black women in particular, right? Like all of these studies have come out saying that black women are the best leaders, that black women are the most educated, that blac women are the ones who are most likely to make a business successful, that black women essentially are an asset. By the way, everyone confused as to why and thinking that it's some kind of miraculous miracle when it's like obviously just common sense. It's cause and effect, right? Like black women are raised in the moment that they're born to be caretakers, to care for others, to think of others before themselves, right? Like we are built to raise other people's children, to take care, to raise either younger siblings or nieces and nephews. We are at the bottom of the pedestal. We are the mules of the world. So therefore we are raised to care for other people, to put other people's feelings and needs above our own. So because of that, we make great leaders, right? We make great leaders because we think of other people who are not just ourselves. We vote great because we think about other people's needs, not just ourselves. We vote what is best in the general public because we were raised to think of others before we think of ourselves. So it's already happening that a marriage that involves a black woman already has a higher percentage of like staying together longer, right? A lower percentage of divorce. But I would guess that in the upcoming years, I would say the next 10 or 15 years, the average woman who is married is going to be about 65% black, if not more. What's happening is, as I said, men who are calculated users see that black women improve things, see that black women raise net worth, see that black women are good for business, see that black women are a form of social currency, are actively going after them. On the one side of it, we have the...
This is not true. This is not true. Most people see African American women as a form of social currency. The world does not agree with her. The world does not agree with her, respectfully. We'll let her finish.
Entire Black love movement that was obviously an entire movement created to pander specifically to black women, right? Like the entire point of that movement was to tell black women who have always been discarded and treated like others to be like, no, we find you attractive. No, we find you attractive. And when that movement blew up, it became a thing where like people respected, especially women. Women loved men who were in black love, who had black wives, right? And I would argue that funny enough, after all that went through, right, where men were getting cool points for having a black girlfriend, for starting a black family, I think at the end of it, that propaganda specifically worked more on black men than it did black women, right? Like black men saw having a black wife and having a black family as a form of a social status, and then actively pursued black women for that reason because they wanted other black men to big up them, right? To give them the, oh my God, you're so cool. Oh my God, that's amazing. When on the other hand, I don't think it moved the needle with black women that much at all. I think most black women were like, I'm going to date whoever. Like, I'm going to date whoever treats me well. And in real time, we're watching the complete opposite side of it with white men who, especially on social media, especially on the internet, see the way that they're applauded and the way that they're praised for dating black women, and because of that are essentially pandering to black women, right? And see that it makes them money. See that it's an easy way to make a career, especially like on TikTok. Like all you have to do is pretend to like black women, to pretend to be attracted to black women, and everyone will flock to your comment section. Everyone will flock to show you love and follow you. When then you go on their Instagram and they don't follow a single black woman. It's just white bitches in bikinis. Like, okay. Like, it just feels like we went from one extreme to another. One extreme of, like, nobody wanting us, nobody finding us attractive. To this other extreme of everyone wanting us, but no one wanting us for, like, the individual people that we are. Everyone wanting us.
The world does not agree with 95% of what she articulated in this diatribe. The world does not agree. What she's saying may apply in the African American community. It may be true, but in the world at large, as it pertains to corporate social status, absolutely she's incorrect. She's incorrect. This social media thing that she's talking about, or where, having black women as a form of social currency, no. The world does not agree. I don't know what circles she is rolling in. I don't know that she spent much time in corporate social networks or high net worth social networks, but no. The world does not agree with her. These networks do not agree with her. I don't know what circle she's rolling in, but she needs to be re-educated.
That's all, folks.